Hello, this is Holly again, and I am here with my next to last posting here for showing my video project progress. I am pleased with my progress this week. I've been able to figure out the minute details about triggers, but I'll take a quick run through the back side of the project here, and then we'll go through the actual working model, and we'll go from there. But so I've got 99% of my slides populated. I've got beginning with the pre-war period, showing my dad's kind of the growing up years, show some childhood pictures, went through the Depression, sold papers to help the family out. His dad died when he was 16, graduated high school, went into ROTC at Auburn. And I've got two slides here that I'm still working on editing the photos, so I've got two more slides to populate there, but that's the pre-war period, and then when you get to the last slide, it's got a button to take to the next slide, which is during the war. So we go to boot camp at Fort Bragg, officer candidate school at Fort Knox. He goes over to England by way of the Mauritania, which is pretty significant because that was the sister ship to the Lusitania. So that was, I didn't realize that until I started going through all of his notes, but that was a cool find. Talks about significant occurrence when Patton's army crosses the Rhine River into Germany, and Dad's Jeep accident, and then one of the significant events that led him to become an interior designer later in life was that he was stationed to guard this collection of antique treasures from Czechoslovakia that they had rescued from the Germans. So that was a changing, or a moment in his life that caused a significant change, so that was pretty cool. Alright, so we've got our button here again that takes us to our last slide, and we go through post-war occurrences, which General Patton passes away in 1946. Dad stayed in the Army Reserves after World War II, and then in 1951 he was called up again for the Korean War and actually earned a Bronze Star and Purple Heart in the Korean War. So that might be a future project. But 1958, after he finishes, well, here I've got the slides are a little bit out of order, but 1955 he graduated from Parsons School of Design. 58 he joined Rich's department store in Atlanta as an interior designer. 59 met Mom, who was another interior designer at Rich's. They got married later in 1959, and in 1960 they started their own interior design business in Atlanta. So that was sort of his life dream after coupling the textile chemistry degree together from Auburn and with his experience guarding the Czechoslovakian antiques in World War II. That was sort of forming his own company was sort of the culminating experience for that. But so we'll do the quick run through here, and got a few transitions I need to go back and make consistent, but other than that I think we're pretty good. I will have to do the audio for the 508 compliance, but that will be forthcoming. Alright, so we've got our initial slide here. We hit our start button. Slider starts at the beginning, 1922, 1932, 38, 39, and so on. Get to the last slide, we've got our next button that takes us to our next slide. So I was pleased with my ability to figure out the different sliders and making them work consecutively and that kind of thing. So that this has been a real workout this week, but we got it all done, so I'm very pleased with that. And you'll notice that a couple of the transitions, see, some slides are just stationary like that, other ones have the fade in with the background color, so I've got to go back and make that consistent. I don't know how that popped in there somewhere, but anyway, so then we've got our last transition bar that takes us to the post-war era. Patton dies, Army Reserves, going to Korean War, Parsons School of Design, works at Rich's, meets and marries Mom, and then they form the interior design company in 1960. So, got project does not cover his entire life, but it covers the part during the military and shortly after the military and how those things affected his life. So, pretty pleased with the project so far. I've just got to go back this weekend and put in the 508 compliant aspect of it. So, thanks for watching, and I appreciate any feedback.